Welcome to the Curry Gumbo's podcast review of Atlanta Season 4 with Nicole, Ashley, and Kalesha. Let's get into this episode.
What a handsome therapist.
Okay. Why he look familiar to me?
He was on Harlem. That's dude from Harlem.
Oh.
And he be on a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I'm like...
He played in the show, that white show you like with Meryl Streep daughter.
Meryl Streep got a daughter?
Meryl Streep got a daughter in that HBO show about back in the day where the two houses, the new rich and the old rich, and the girl go and live with her aunties, and they got the people who live
the Gilded
Age. He's in the Gilded Age.
I ain't never seen that show.
He the black girl's like new
boyfriend.
Yeah,
he worked at the
paper.
The paper.
The newspaper.
Yeah.
He be in a lot.
I love me a period piece. That's why I was looking at him. I'm like, who this boy? Because he looks so familiar. Okay. So now I know.
That's Meryl Streep's daughter.
I know
the white girl.
Daughter.
I think she
the
got
main
like
character.
I think she got like
Yeah, she has children.
That's my Aunt Meryl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Meryl Streep. I didn't know.
Yes,
again, if it's white people, Nicole.
No, but I love the Gilded Age.
Like, who? I don't know who that is.
I'm sorry. Wait,
Tom
what?
Hanks? You don't know who Tom Hanks is?
Brad.
I don't know who that is.
I do not know George Clooney. Who is George Clooney?
Biden? You don't know who that is.
Hey now. I'm up on current events.
Wait, oh my God.
It's just the actors. I'm not familiar with all of the actors.
Understood.
Okay, so with this episode, Childish Gambino, what's his name? Donald Glover. He was kind of giving me, what's that other boy's name who did Get Out? Jordan Peele. With there, it's like, what? Y'all got this love-hate relationship with white women? Like, what's going on? Because this white woman was on your mind to the point where you had to orchestrate a whole setup. So
let me see.
Mess her life up.
Is a Virgo, because honestly, wouldn't she be on yours?
Not to the point. I'm not doing all of this. This is a lot.
If you had the resources to do it,
no, I'm not.
And the time, would you do it?
Nah, I'm not putting my energy towards you. And that was something from his past.
If you was born on the 25th of September, are you a Virgo?
Ain't that the next one?
Libra? Dang, close enough. Cause I'm with it. I agree. But I don't know if
You with what?
Doing everything he did.
This woman being on. Yeah, I don't know about doing everything that you did, because to a certain point it's like you have you gotta fake forgiveness. Like, even if you don't feel it yet, you gotta do that, because you have to release
not even the forgiveness part. To me, I'm just, whatever you do, I'm just done with you. You disappeared. I don't know you no more.
But so this is the thing. Like, I am a black kid at Princeton. Like he said, he already felt alone. He's like one of 12 kids in school, or probably in that class. So me being expelled from Princeton has a significant impact on my life. Like, I don't have a degree. I got kicked out of Princeton, so I'm probably not going to be able to get into another Ivy League school. I'm probably not going to even be able to transfer. I probably got to Princeton on a scholarship that is null and void now. I can't go nowhere else. I don't have no family money to lean back on. So I'm out here in the fucking trenches. Hell yeah, I'm thinking about you, because I'm thinking about, damn, had I been able to finish my years at Princeton, I would probably be in a different space. I can understand why this means something to him, and he can't get it out of his head. That makes sense to me.
His first problem was trusting the girl with his clothes. I was when he started with that, I was just like, why? But that was just my thing.
Why did
what
she
he did
keep
was
him?
wrong.
But I thought though? Like,
I really thought
like,
he
are
was
you
gonna
leaving
say
something out?
I really thought he was gonna say like she threw his clothes away or like cut them up or poured bleach on them. Cause like that's what the black girl would have did. Like, oh, I'll pour bleach on all your stuff. Your stuff is on the lawn. Go to the student center to get your stuff. But it was like just in her room. I'm like, weird. So is you mad or no?
Is it a thing where you like you kind of low key, right? Is you kind of want to come get it, or what are you doing that for?
I mean, she has a problem. You knew she had a problem when she's spying on her black male neighbor. It's like there's a sense of control there that is really problematic. Like, girl, you need help. You need some serious help.
First time we see a man in therapy, is it? On TV.
Sopranos, he went to therapy.
You know I ain't watched that show.
Well, they white people again. I know you didn't.
I was saying because we usually see a lot of black women in therapy. We're Insecure. Was it Harlem? Was someone in therapy in Harlem?
The other show, they had Rosie O'Donnell as a Run the World.
Run the World, yes.
Oh, that's right. I only watched one episode with Brisha Webb.
Yeah, they was in therapy. We don't see a lot of shows with black men in therapy.
The black man was in therapy who was marrying that girl who was marrying Whitney. They did couples therapy.
Well, that I'm talking about alone, because that's like your girl brought you to therapy.
I think he brought her. In that character, he brought her to therapy. But I do see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't think we see it a lot. But also, like, which shows do you watch that have black male leads?
True.
Good point.
And written by black men, because a lot of the shows I watch are written by black women, so it's going to be centered around the black woman's experience.
So other than like Power and the series that are connected to Power and Snowfall, I don't watch Snowfall.
I don't watch those because they're kind of, I don't like violence either.
I understand.
But I like that he was in therapy and he had a black male therapist. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I like that he had a black male therapist.
Yeah.
Because now that is something you also don't see. Like, when you never see a black male therapist.
It's such a rarity. You rarely see that. Like, even when I think about like movies or like even Lifetime movies of mine, just not really a black person sitting in front of it's rarely a black person sitting in front of a black therapist. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's just like I said, even if it's like a Lifetime movie, it's typically a white woman. It's typically not black and black, you know?
Or even a woman. If it is a black person, it's always a black woman with that kind of like that, I don't want to say motherly spirit, but kind of like that sensible spirit. Like, okay, now, like,
you do
calm voice.
Right.
So
or sorry, go ahead, Nicole.
I like that this man, he was a man, but he was calm.
Right.
So kind of put a different side to like a masculine man.
True, because I was about to say that if it's not the calm voice black woman, it's kind of like you need to make in a therapist kind of way, but it's still like,
get
you
it together, honey.
Get it together, honey.
Debbie Allen be playing them characters. Honey, you need to get it together.
That is Debbie Allen. That is Debbie Allen. That is. But yeah, I thought it was a very good scene to have a man and a man in that therapy room.
I didn't know why it took them so long to show the therapist's face.
Oh, I didn't even.
Like that felt a little spooky to me.
Okay.
I was like, what's happening? Are you really talking to a therapist or are you talking to yourself? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
You're scaring me. And then when he laid down, I thought he was about to have a heart attack.
Oh, really? I didn't think so.
I thought so. I was like,
I
oh
thought
Lord,
he just wanted to lay down.
Cause he having the heart. He getting the
well,
test.
He said he went to, cause this dude. Well, I think the point of this episode was that usually when you have an issue, your mind and body are connected. So you may think you have a heart issue or blood pressure or a kidney issue, and it's really a mental health issue that's just manifesting in a different part of your body.
Yep. Anxiety, everything. Yeah, very true.
Yeah, but it can manifest as like, I don't know, like a
heart issue.
Liver, something hurting. And it's like, nothing's wrong with your heart.
Everything's fine.
It's something else.
Yeah.
Your body's weird. And the therapist said, listen to your body. It's smarter than you think. Which I agree.
It is smart.
How petty is Earn on a scale from 1 to 10?
1.
Wait, 1 being
the lowest.
The most petty?
The lowest amount of petty.
No, not petty?
Not petty. I don't think this is petty at all.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, you lying.
He is a 10.
You lying.
There's a lot of energy.
Negative
You
negative 10.
All these people.
Please.
First of all, you never thought. You found out where this chick. So this is college. This is at least 10 years ago. So you find out what this chick is doing 10 years later.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know you. You are you dead to me. Like literally. You're a ghost.
Who is thinking about right? Like I'm not gonna go back in life like that. Dang, it's sticking that deep.
I think that someone being dead to you is also petty.
No, it's not.
Because they're not dead and they're not a ghost. They're a human being and a human being that you should deal with.
No,
and so y'all are fucking lying. Like y'all are lying.
No, we're not.
If somebody did something like this to you, and I was like, "Oh, Kalesha, for your wedding, I'm gonna bring them to your wedding because they still my friend." Girl,
I don't care.
Like, this person got
I do not care.
All right.
Okay, to me, it's like, listen, it is actually a thing. This is how I feel. You could say that we lying about somebody being dead or somebody not being thing. That's not, you're not dealing with it, but actually that, and I can't impose this. This is just my view, and that's your view, so I get it. But it has to be away. It has to be gone. It has to be lifeless. Because how can I keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over? I'm letting it live within me. I can't be 100%.
Who said he's doing the same thing over and over and over?
It's deep. It's deep.
It's deep, but for somebody to be dead to you, that's not deep. For somebody to be dead to you, that's not deep. To me, well, this isn't deep to me either. This isn't deep to me either.
It's a lot of energy.
I think it's also a lot of energy to kill someone in your mind and say that they're dead.
But you keeping them alive, that to me is the hardest thing, because what is that going to do? What you keeping it so fresh? You need to let that go.
When you have to kill somebody in order to get over what they have done to you, you have not let anything go either.
It's not killed like that, actually. Yeah.
You release them to God.
Release it. Literally. I'm good with it. You got in a fight. You got in a fight with somebody in 8th grade, and you see that girl randomly, and she dating your ex-boyfriend. Then Then you work with her, and you get an attitude with her. And then 10 years go from now, and she end up being your coworker again.
This isn't a fight.
No,
this isn't a fight.
No,
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the person who stepped on my shoe and now my school pictures is fucked up. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the person who caused me to be kicked out of college.
I think what the problem is, that girl did not cause that. You made those choices too.
Well,
You could have did some stuff to get some stuff
Girl,
back
please
together.
stop caping for racist white women. Please
No,
don't be that
I'm
girl.
not caping for that. I just don't want to give somebody all the power on how they failed me. Sometimes you got to just go
Child,
back and figure it
that was
out.
racism. She was using like white woman victimhood to
True.
terrorize a black man. Like that is what she was doing. That
No,
is
I
wrong.
know.
Like she was a part of that. Like she was complicit. Like she was wrong for that. She shouldn't have done that. Like
No,
that.
that's true.
So like I can't agree with you on that. Like yes, he went inside of the room, but did he really, like, ethically, did he do anything wrong?
No, no, I'm
So
not. No,
okay, so like
100%.
I think,
But
come
I can't
on
say my
now,
life
like
ruined.
that is, and I mean, but also like you can say like it wasn't necessarily her, it was the racist infrastructure of the school that caused that, but she is fully aware of that. Just like you have the people who are like, maybe we should call the cops, knowing that cops don't even fuck with black people like that. Y'all
No,
are
understand
complicit
that.
in that shit. Y'all, that is an act of terror. People calling the fucking cops on black kids selling water. Like, yeah,
No,
those
of course
black
I know
kids
that.
are selling water without a permit. They chose to do that. Are they like? But no, like y'all are doing this for a reason. Y'all know the power that y'all hold here, and
True.
y'all are like exploiting it. So like I can't get with the, like, this is because of her. This is because of her. So
It
and
is.
this isn't a small thing to me. So like I understand like what he did, and of course one is, I'm being silly. He is being very petty, but I also think that there's I just think that more people understand the desire to do something like this, as opposed to being like, oh my god, y'all, you is crazy. Like, I get it. The thing that I don't like is like, you are not finding any peace in this. You are not. Like, this isn't helping you. So like, don't do it. But like, I get it. I get the urge to do that.
my question is this based on a true story? Did this happen to him? Did Donald Glover go to Princeton and get screwed over by a white woman?
I thought
And
he
if
went to
so, okay, whatever, Princeton equivalent. He went somewhere in New York, right?
yeah, he went to school somewhere in New York, but I thought he, if he didn't graduate, he left because he was like already a writer on 30 Rock.
True. But that doesn't mean, I'm not saying the exact events did a white woman screw him over. That's my point. One,
I don't. Of course. Go ahead. Sorry.
and also, like I stated before, what's up with him and Jordan Peele having all this talk about white women, being messy and evil, but y'all marrying them?
I think that perhaps what has occurred to them, and I'm just saying it's like I'm just really just out here just saying it and know nothing clearly about them and their personal lives. But I feel sometimes when you have either it's a black man or a black woman, but let's just say in this case for a black man, a lot of times when you have a black man that's dating a white woman, more time, not more often than not, they're kind of in a white space with white friends and they do white friendly things, right? And they've
Oh my
encountered
god.
those moments when it's been those things where like that guy that we thought was cool, he just called you the n-word, or that girl that you really like, she can't date her because her dad thinks you're just a thug. And they've kind of had those experiences, so I think that's kind of like some of their angst or issues that's coming out, even though they still stayed on the track, because again, they're like they have been in
They've been in the white
this.
world so long that just can't
Maybe they've been in the
can't get
white
out.
world a little bit, or
It's like
I
the
mean, I
white
feel like
Atlantic station. All your exes are white, so you.
I don't know. I feel like they, I could be completely wrong. I don't even know how Jordan Peele or Donald Glover met their wives. It could have been Tinder. I don't know. But I'm just saying, sometimes when I see a black boy that's dating a white girl, he typically is hanging around with white friends, and he's went up against those experiences where he has been discriminated against, and it bruised him, and there's that angst. But still, he got the pat on his back or the goodness still from his.
Not
He
enough
still was
to
on the
go to
track.
the other side.
Not enough to go to the other side.
But,
That could be wrong, but that's what I kind of feel. That's their experience.
what you
Like
gonna
that
say,
boy.
Ashley?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go please.
You know that boy Matt James. Matt James is his name from The Bachelor. It was the
He was a
guy. He
black,
was like
the black bachelor.
he
Okay.
was the first black bachelor, and then the girl that he ended up he he proposed to her. Then he broke up with her because she was kind of involved with something where it was like talking
Like
bad
a
about
racist
slavery or
tweets.
N-word or right. And then
Okay.
he told her on the episode where he's trying to talk it through on whatever prime time, and he was like, I can't do that. Now this man is, I don't know if he's really, I guess he's mixed. His mom is white. He looks completely black. But nevertheless, he was like, my dad left me and everything like that. So he's in these white spaces, right? Nevertheless, he got back with that girl, said this is a teachable moment and all these different things. And to each his own. But it just makes me think like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's
He
really
he
an
looked
individual
like he
experience.
date white women. So I was like, when I saw him,
Exactly.
I'm like, he ain't picking no black girl. He not.
I remember
He
doing the
gonna be
whole.
with them white girls, no matter how hard, no matter
It
how many
is.
racist tweets they
He
put
liked them.
up. He gonna be right over there with them. He gonna stick
Right.
beside them.
He gonna stick beside him. And that's how I mean. So that's what I'm thinking. I think Jordan Peele and Donald Glover is just kind of like pushing this out because they've experienced that. That's what I think.
Okay, I get your point.
You in those spaces, so not everybody is sweet when you're the black guy at that, and you friends with all these white boys and white girls. You know, not everybody was like open arms. They was like, "Oh, is that your friend? Oh, okay." Question
No,
mark. Oh no, he's cool.
what you said makes sense. 'Cause I always wondered why, especially Jordan Peele, was so stuck on these like white people being evil stories. I'm like, well, damn, like where you hang out at? But what you said makes sense. If they live in a white world, that's all
Kind
that
of.
surrounds
But
them.
who does what when y'all say white world? Like, what do you mean?
Like everything, like your family, your neighborhood, your school, your work.
What you call it? Donald Glover is black.
Yes,
Jordan
but
Peele's mom is white, but
yes, okay, with
I
him, I'm saying, but okay, I know Donald Glover. He grew up in Stone Mountain, so he grew up in a black neighborhood. But
got
from
some
him,
black
from
friends.
college,
I
if
think
he's
he's that. He's with those kids.
if he
Those.
was only hanging, if he ain't hang around black kids in his school, if he was on 30 Rock, how many black people was in the writing room with him?
I mean, not a lot, but I mean, I've worked in places where I've worked with nothing but white people, and I
No.
have not married a
See,
white
I
person.
haven't. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I don't think Kalesha's saying that makes you want to marry a white person. But if that is your
But you're
environment,
talking about like a white world. So you're saying
yeah.
like I work with a whole bunch of white people. I work with
No.
a whole bunch of white people too. Like,
No. I'm
so
talking.
what? Go ahead.
Not just
What
work,
I'm.
but live, play, your
You
friends,
play.
your family,
Right.
everything.
Is
Yeah.
that like
Like,
if
do you
you
have black friends?
exactly, and if you do, that's fine. But who is your true like? Where are you spending the most time? Who has the most influence on you? You could be have a multicultural friends. I completely get that, but is your best you have I've been friends with a black boy or a black girl, and they've been cool and it's been wonderful, but their friend tight group has been white.
What
And I
kind of
don't know, because
clubs
I
did you
grew
go
up,
to in your 20s? Did you go
they
to
went
the
to they went to the club like the they're not going to they going to Blue Dolphin sometimes, but they're not going all
Yeah.
the time.
I mean, I just think that
It's the friend group, the influence group.
yeah.
If that's
I
your
mean,
mama, then it's your mama. I don't know.
and I think you choose your friends.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I'm
like
saying. That's
you
what I'm
choose your
saying.
friends, and so like this doesn't have to be the case. You making this the case.
Of course.
You
That's
know what
what
I'm
I'm
saying? Now
saying.
I can see if it's like I live in Iceland. And a lot of like I this is what I got. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but even
and there's probably a thriving Black community in Iceland. I don't know. I
was gonna say to that point, like I've been looking at YouTube of black people across the diaspora just moving to different countries. And when there is a Black person who lives in, like, say a white European country or whatever, usually Black women, that's who I follow, but they will find their tribe of other Black women to, like, communicate with, and get together, form groups or whatever. But I wonder if these Black men, because I guess the stereotype is like, if a Black man is moving to like a European country, he gonna find him a nice white European woman, and like, is he finding the tribe of black people? Is he on the groups looking for Black people in Spain? Is he searching that, or is he just
probably not? Like,
I think girls, here I come.
I think you create the world that you want to create. And so if you're living in a white world, then more than likely you want to be in that white world. I think that there are certain circumstances where it's like you can't help who you're around, but I highly doubt that there are Black people who never want to be around you. I just think that it's that, like, that I'm so tired of hearing that. Like, that's just such a lame excuse to me. Like, get the fuck out of here. With you. Like, no, and I know what you're saying, but I don't think that there are people who live in these white worlds, as y'all say, who have not created those white worlds. No, it's like, why have you created those white worlds?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And so, yeah, like, so I think that if they have a problem with these white women being nasty to them, I don't know. Like, I don't really care what white women do to men like that. Cause like this is you cause you would not care about me, like, more than likely. Like, especially like based on what I'm seeing in this show. It's like, baby, you got to be soy milk latte to get some care around here.
And that was our criticism. I just remember that was our criticism pretty much all of season 3. It's like it was just like white women everywhere, white women and issues.
White woman. If we got a Black woman, you best believe she was very light skinned.
No, or if she wasn't, she was a bad mother. That was the other thing.
Facts. Or she was killed.
Yeah.
I have a ghost. Sometimes my lights just turn off. Spooky. And my fan just comes on. It does that all the time.
But anyway, it's like I'm thinking about it. It's like, damn, like all this white woman energy. Like, where your Black homegirls at? I need another Drake episode. Who wrote that episode? With Van and her homegirls trying to see Drake. Girl. I need that again. I'm tired of these white storylines. I'm over it.
Ciao. What was Paperboy doing in this episode? It was just an Earn episode, right?
Yeah, it was just an Earn in therapy.
Earn episode and that white woman.
We didn't even see Van.
Did y'all feel bad for her?
She was excited.
Yeah.
Earn was excited to be at Princeton. Hey y'all, hope you enjoyed the show. Hit us up on Instagram at Curry Gumbo. Hope to see you next week. Bye.